What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome to the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham, and coming up on today's show, we're going to take a look at 10 players to watch out for during this week's OTAs. OTAs start tomorrow, organized team activities. So Chiefs players back on the practice field. Some vets may not be there. We'll have to wait and see, but it all kicks off tomorrow for Kansas City. You look at their OTA schedule. They got 3 practices this week, 22nd through the 24th. 3 next week, 30th through June 1st, and then June 6th through 9th. And then I believe the week after that, mandatory minicamp kicks in. So some on-field activity taking place soon. And, hey, if you're excited for some Chiefs football, like this video. This isn't the real games or even training camp, but, hey, it's something, right? Something for us to talk about in terms of on-field stuff. Should get some reports from practice, so we'll keep you guys in the loop. But if you're excited for some Chiefs football, go ahead and drop a like on today's show. Let's take a look at some players to watch. 5 on offense, 5 on defense. We'll start with the offensive side of the ball. Kadarius Toney, and that really is going to be a theme all offseason long, is Kadarius Toney. Can he become a reliable weapon for this offense? He is the ultimate wild card. He flamed out in New York. That did not work out well. Showed flashes of being great after the trade deadline last year and played really well in the Super Bowl. But the question is, can he become a number 1 or hell, even a reliable number 2? I've got him penciled in as the Chiefs' number 1 wide receiver, but that's mostly because you don't have a true number 1. I think the Chiefs are hoping he can become that in this offense. The playmaking is there, the electricity, making people miss. We know all of that with Kadarius Toney. Can he put it all together, be consistent on a day-to-day basis? That's the next step for him. That starts in the offseason program. So Kadarius Toney, the first player to watch at OTAs. Next up is Jody Fortson, the tight end. Again, we're going offense to defense. Look, I'm not saying his career is hanging in the balance, but it kind of feels like if Fortson's ever going to become a real weapon for this offense, not just a flash in the pan, kind of feels like it's now or never. Kind of feels like 2023 is the year for him to do that, stay healthy, and be a guy that can become a legitimate weapon in this offense. We've seen flashes in the preseason, even a couple of regular season flashes, but he's had some injuries. At times I think he struggles to get on the field because he is a converted receiver, probably isn't going to block that much. But I like him. I think he can be a big red zone type for Patrick Mahomes. We'll see if he can put it all together this offseason. We go from Jody Fortson to Shane Buechele, the quarterback entering his 3rd year with Kansas City. Obviously, Chad Henne retired, so that kind of opened the door for Buechele to be this team's backup. But then the Chiefs signed Blaine Gabbert, and I've got Gabbert penciled in as the backup right now. I think the Chiefs secretly would like Buechele to win this job. I would like to see it. I just think they need a little bit more consistency out of him. Like we've seen him in these preseason games and training camp where he shows flashes and signs of, this could be a 10-year backup for Patrick Mahomes, but he also forces the ball too much, those too many picks. Is he a guy that they can trust on the 53 as the true backup if something were to happen to Patrick Mahomes? Now, obviously, if Mahomes were to have some sort of a season-ending injury or something like that, you're probably not winning the Super Bowl without him. But you need your backup to hold down the fort while Mahomes is out. If he's out for a month, can you win 1 or 2 games while he's out? Do they trust Buechele enough to do that? There's a reason they kept Chad Henne as the backup as long as they did. We'll see if Shane can beat out Blaine Gabbert. I would like to see it happen. Who do you guys think is QB2? Type SB for Shane Buechele. Type BG for Blaine Gabbert. Should be an interesting competition there. If it is indeed a competition, got to think it is. We'll see how Andy Reid approaches it. Next up on our OTAs players to watch on offense, let's go Justyn Ross, the rookie, or second-year player technically. He missed his entire rookie season with injuries. Receiver out of Clemson, Justyn Ross, who you guys know his story by now, right? He was an awesome college player his freshman year at Clemson, I think all the way back in 2018. Has fought injuries since then. Neck injury, back. I think he had a knee injury. He had his back fused. I think that neck back area had a spinal surgery as well. But he's been healthy. He's been posting videos this offseason, running routes. I think he's worked out with Patrick Mahomes some. Can he make the 53-man roster? It's certainly going to be an uphill climb. This wide receiver room is crowded with Kadarius Toney, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Sky Moore, Rashee Rice. Can he get in there and make this roster? If he can, that means he had a hell of an offseason. I think for him, he's got to maximize every rep, and that starts at OTAs. Next up, after Justyn Ross, is Rashee Rice. So I've got 3 receivers I'm keeping an eye on for offensive players to watch during OTAs. And the reason for that is because, again, you've got good depth, but which players are going to rise to the top? Who's going to be the cream of the crop here? Rashee Rice, player you traded up for in the second round of the NFL draft. Patrick Mahomes wanted the Chiefs to draft him, so they did. Great college career, had 1,355 yards and 10 touchdowns last year for the SMU Mustangs. Can really go up and get the football. How is that transition to the NFL for Rashee Rice? That's something to keep an eye on this week. Go to the defensive side of the ball now. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, your first-round pick out of Kansas State. We've taken a look at his numbers before. We'll show him again here. His last couple of years in college had about 20 sacks. Local kid, obviously, so that was a lot of fun on draft night. Did have a thumb surgery, which caused him to miss pretty much all of rookie minicamp. Did a little bit on that final day of practice, according to Andy Reid. So we'll see if he gets out there more this week. Now, offensive and defensive linemen, it's hard to evaluate them at OTAs because there's not a lot of physical contact. But hopefully he gets out there. Hopefully the thumb procedure is healed up by now, and he can at least run around, do some agility stuff this week. So keep an eye on that. And really all rookies in general is something to monitor. And speaking of Felix Anudike-Uzomah, why don't you pick up his jersey, represent? I know a lot of you guys probably already have a Patrick Mahomes jersey, so mix it up. Add to the wardrobe, chatsports.com/Felix. That link will be in the comments and in the description. Pick one up today. It's chatsports.com/Felix. Get an Anudike-Uzomah jersey right now. Next up on our defensive players to watch at OTAs this week, Bryan Cook, the second-year safety who hopefully cooks for this secondary. Second-round pick, I believe, last year. Kind of served as your third safety a year ago next to Justyn Reid and Juan Thornhill, but the Chiefs used a lot of 3 safety looks. I think they'll probably do that again, to be fair, with Mike Edwards getting some snaps as well. Cook has taken on a bigger role. There is no doubt with Juan Thornhill signing with the Cleveland Browns, Bryan Cook is now a guy who is like a full-time starter unless, Edwards beats him out or whatever. So I'm excited to see if he's ready for that. I'm excited to see how he performs. I liked what I saw from him as a rookie. Now, naturally, it's time for him to take another step forward. We keep it rolling here with our defensive players to watch this week. Trent McDuffie, another second-year defensive back, the corner out of Washington, who played really well as a rookie. Did miss about 5 games, I believe, with an injury, but he is back. Can he become a true number 1? I've got him as your number 1 outside guy. I think L'Jarius Sneed's your best overall corner, but as you guys know, he plays a lot of nickel. You got Jalen Watson, Josh Williams. You got really good depth here at corner. I think this group could be special if these guys fire on all cylinders. But McDuffie has the makeup and the skills to be a true number 1. Can he reach that status this year? Don't panic if he doesn't. If he's just a really good player again, that's fine. Still has time to become that. But I think there's a real chance where by the end of the year, we're talking about Trent McDuffie as one of the best corners in the NFL. Hopefully he's able to reach that status. A couple more guys here. Let's go to B.J. Thompson now, another rookie edge at a Stephen F. Austin transferred from Baylor. He's told reporters at rookie minicamp that during the draft process, he beefed up to over 240 pounds. He played at about 215, 220 at SFA this past year. Freaky athletic traits. Chiefs took a flyer on him, obviously being a small school kid. But it'll be interesting to see if he can reach his potential. I think this year could be like a redshirt year for him where hits the weight room, kind of works on the body, and then 2024 he has a bigger role, but we'll see. But can he push a guy like Joshua Kane-Doe? Can he push a guy like Michael Danta? Time will tell, but the tools are there to do it. It's all about reaching his potential now. Now, who is your favorite Chiefs rookie? I want to know. What is your favorite Chiefs rookie player this year? Is it Anudike-Uzomah? Is it Rashee Rice? Maybe it's B.J. Thompson. I don't know. Maybe we got some SFA fans watching in here. Let us know here on the Chiefs Report. All right, final player to watch this week is Drue Tranquill, the free agent linebacker edition, which certainly caught my eye and caught a lot of other people's eyes as well. What could it mean for a guy like Willie Gay Jr.? Does he take snaps from him? Do they run more 3 linebacker sets with Willie Gay and also Nick Bolton? Tranquill was a full-time starter last year. The numbers show you that. 146 tackles, 10 TFLs, 4 breakups, had a pick, also had a forced fumble. This could be a really good linebacker unit with Nick Bolton, Willie Gay, and Drue Tranquill. So I'm fascinated to see just what Drue Tranquill's role is. Like, is he a full-time starter? Is he a rotation guy? Do they use him as a blitzing back, or do they play him more in pass coverage? I don't know. You still have Leo Chenal as well. What does that mean for him? So curious about this one. I love the value in free agency. I was a bit surprised because I didn't know what it would mean for the rest of the linebacker unit, but curious to see how they use and mix and match with these different backers. All right, that's it. A little bit of a preview for OTAs this week, some players to watch, so enjoy. We'll have more content coming out of OTAs as we roll along here, including our live show on Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central Time. Subscribe and join us. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you guys soon here on the Chiefs Report.